Yeah, so hi Piyush. So from today onwards, no, from today onwards, not like that book summary, I'm trying to be more consistent with book summaries or trying to be more consistent with my understanding of the books, of some of the important books. So yeah, let's start with the Rich Dad Poor Dad, one of the best personal finance book you can ever find. So yeah, let's start with that. So rich don't work for money, The poor and middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them. So basically, you can see this, you know, you can see this by rich people never work for money. They have assets that work for them, that make money for them. They have assets and businesses that make money for them. So yeah, they never work for money. Or this seems contradictory to, because you can see like they also work for learning. They work in apprentice model for learning, for gaining specific knowledge so that they can leverage that into more money. They can leverage that into earn more money. Where poor middle class, they work for money and they play game. They play blame game. They like to play blame game. They like to blame others. They like to blame their bosses, their co-workers, their everyone. So yeah, don't be poor, be rich. Don't work for money. Work for learning. Work for learning. Make assets that earn while you sleep. People's lives are forever controlled by two emotions, fear and greed. Fear and greed are two opposing forces. You can't be fearful of something without being desiring that. If you want to get rid of either of the two, so you need to think rationally. Don't think through emotions. You have to think rationally if you want to get rid of either of the two. You have to think rationally because emotions are only have a utility in relationships. Because if you are rational in relationships, you can't be able to connect with the other person. So it's important to have emotions. You have to pick up the middle line in everything. Life is in the middle. So think rationally. Rich people acquire assets. The poor and middle class acquire liability that they think are assets. The thing I realized or I experienced, the problem with money is that problem was never the money. If you see what is money, money is basically IOUs from society that you offer something, that you give them something, so they give you IOU for the future. Money is IOU from society. But the problem is not money. The problem is the feelings, the emotions of us that are related to money, like the feelings and emotions of us that are connected with money. The problem is that the problem is feelings and emotions, those grudgy feelings of money, of not having money. Those are the problem. So yeah, the problem was never the money, which and feelings and emotions make us don't be able to see us reality as it is. So yeah, like mind your own business. This is actually one of the most important things you have to remember. Like you see people nowadays, they are talking about like it's so cold, it's so hot, all of these mechanisms of so-called BS. But you don't have to be preoccupied with that because you know you have to mind your own business. You have to find your purpose. You have to, not find your purpose, but define your purpose. What are you gonna do? So focus on that shit. Focus on minding your own business. Don't delve into someone else's BS. So yeah, the rich focus on their assets column while the poor focus on their liability column. So yeah, wealth is assets. Wealth is the assets that earn while you sleep, as Naval said. So yeah, rich always focus on their assets column because rich know assets will always give them more money in the end of the day rather than liabilities which will only take money from themselves. So yeah, focus on assets, focus on building businesses, focus on building yourself, focuses on building knowledge, focus on yourself. Most importantly, focus on yourself. Don't play stupid, dumb status games which are zero sum because if you got either of the up or down, you actually got in the expense of other people, and that person whom you take off or whom you surpass will eventually gonna turn against you, will eventually gonna turn aggressively against you. So don't play status games. Play wealth creation games because creating something is nice and it's fun. You are growing right now. I am creating this. I am growing right now. So it's so fun. It's so good. Like creating, building. So yeah, this was it for today. Bye bye.